So what you're going to do is open up one of last week's games, preferably game C, 2020 game 1C, which has the most material in it. If I didn't like that, I guess I could go back and open up B, but I'm going to C, click on C inside, and open up that game that I want to build upon. So this has my player in it, it has some sprites that move around, and what I need are variables. Before I do that, I'm going to do a file, save as a copy, and I want to change that name to 2020 game 1D. I'm actually not going to do that because I already have a game 1D, so I'll just leave it right there. Then usually I'm going to put some variables on the player, my character who moves around at the bottom, or I could put them on the stage. I'll put them on the player. And I'm going to go to variables and make a new variable. So that would be clicking on that icon there. And I'm just going to call this score. I'll leave it available to all the sprites. Tell it OK, and you'll see score in the corner. And of course, when the green flag is checked, I want to set the score. So I'm going to change that to score so it shows up as 0. I simply want to build other variables and I want to put them in my game. So I'm going to make another variable, this one called levels. So I'll leave them, I'll leave it as a capital, and create. So I have my levels, and maybe I want to put levels over on the other side, but I don't want it to be level 0. So when the game starts, when the green flag is checked, I'm going to set levels to 1. There are other things I can put in. I'll have a game I'll show you later where I have health here and I have lives. So I want to have variables, I want to have them programmed. Then I can click on these other sprites and say something like when they hit the player, they're going to change the score. Let's see if I have that on one of the others. Yep, right here. So actually, when it gets to the bottom, I don't have an if on the player yet. So I need to go into control and say that if we are touching the player, who is currently called character 1, I probably should change the name to player. Then what I'm going to do is change the score. So I was on something that's going to take the score down, so I'm going to make that a -1. And I'll just put that in there. So forever when that sprite falls, if it happens to be touching the main character, it's going to lose score. And then there are other things I might want to do, like reset that if it touches the main character. But that certainly is a good start. Make variables, and then find a way to include them in the game.